Oh, oh my God. We made it. Wait, am I just a blob for you? No way. Why is this live stream starting in the worst possible way? Wait, guys, I'm trying to fix it. Hit that like button. Oh my God. I think I'm here. You guys, thank you. Your patience is admirable and it's everything that I care for in my world. I am here. So, 10 minutes later, I appeared as a gray blob, but I know, guys, that I promised you a great live stream. Holy cow, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for waiting. I was seeing the chat. I gotta tell you, at the beginning, I was a little bit frozen, like, what the heck is happening? I guess we've been living in our comfort zone of our wonderful gameplay live streams, which, by the way, stay on Monday. So if you're here hoping to watch some The Sims 3, that happens on Mondays for the month of February. We're trying this new format. As you can see, it's going great. God. Guys, thank you for joining. I hope you're ready for some tea because, yes, I have prepared. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have prepared a little bit of a show for us. Today, I want us to go through the news together. Sims news, obviously. We're not doing the other thing over here. So I hope you're ready for tea. I hope you're ready for some read. But before we go on with that, happy 26th birthday, The Sims franchise. I don't even know if I have like a soundbite for this. I'll just put Sean Paul.
The girl them skill out, chip. Thunderball.
Is that appropriate? Happy 26. Cannot believe you're that old. We are going to be talking a lot about this birthday. But yes, I was like completely, I did a whole 1 hour freaking deep dive on The Sims 4 pre-release. And sorry, The Sims 4, what did I say? The Sims 1. The Sims 1 pre-release, and I had completely forgotten that that biatch came out in February 2000. Unbelievable. And now, guys, I know that some of you are going to have this urge to come to the live chat and say that you were like not born yet. And the truth is that I'm jealous. But yeah, she's 26, baby. So we're going to talk. Actually, wait. Lady Drama's professional tonight, baby. I promised you a great show, and a great show is going to happen. So here is the agenda, honey. I know the quality of the show, baby. Be prepared. You're in for a good time. Did you see the intro? Did you love the new intro? All for you, baby. And I meant what I wrote. You sit down, you relax, you get your snacks, you get your bowl, do what you want, come to the live chat. That's the place to be. And we're going to be spilling some tea, honey. I did my face for this, so you know that it's going to be good. If you wonder how long this is going to take us, who knows? We don't know, baby. As long as the light that is shining upon me over here will last, and she doesn't last longer. Usually, you can ask our gameplay live stream friends. They know that at a certain time, Lady Drama started getting like very dark. But anyway, baby, this is the agenda. We're gonna start the dances with a beautiful poll because. Being the 26th year since the release of the very first Sim, big milestone for the franchise. I mean, we could talk again about what they did for the 25th year, but I don't know. I'll let you do it in the chat. We'll be voting for the best Sims games, so stay tuned for that. We'll have the poll running throughout the entire episode, so by the end of it, we can see what you guys think. And keep liking the live stream, keep sending those hearts, keep sending those messages, because we want as many friends to come and enjoy the show. The headline for today, like I told you, is going to be the 26 years of The Sims. And then the final part of the live stream is called Let's Dish Bish. And I'm thinking these are the topics that I thought about, but if something comes up, we will talk. I looked for things about updates. I know that there's like this very problematic The Sims 4 update. Guys, what's going on? Was your game broken by this? We're gonna be reading some comments. Also, family tree refresh. Oh my god, can you believe it's happening for The Sims 4? We'll see about that. And some community talks. So again, anything and everything, let me know. And also, this is a great chance to remind you guys to join us on Discord. I'm gonna pin here our Discord server link. So you shall join us because we have a dedicated channel now. I hope you saw it, Discord Friends, where I post a preview of the agenda because I'm a loyal girl like that. And I want to let you know. But also, if you have ideas, guys, you can go to that brand new channel and let me know. Oh my God, what a chaotic beginning. I'm starting to chill for a second, you guys. Again, thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, and thank you so much to the best mod in the whole universe, Veronica. Thank you for holding everything together while I was trying to make this happen. Thank you, babe. She's the one. She is. Thank you, babes. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready for a poll. And not only be ready for a poll, baby, but be ready for the intro to the next segment. So to the poll segment. I'm so excited, you guys. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're snacking on. I'm just gonna scroll for a second to the top so I can say hi and thank you to you guys. VM, thank you so much. Early squad, even earlier today, that it took us a minute. Thank you so much for being here. Cherry Bomban, hola amiga, tudo bem? Thank you so much for joining, Alex. Hi. Greg is in the house. I love seeing my bingo players here. If you want to play bingo with us, you got to join the Discord server pinned right now. Mrs. My Only Sunshine, hi. Hello, diva. Actually, yeah, my PC decided you'd be fashionably late. Like, girl, I cannot believe that was happening to me. And you know what it reminded of? It was very humbling because it reminded me of my very first live stream here, here on the tube. Oh my God, the anxiety that time was real. And I was having all the technical issues that you can imagine. And I was being so crazy that I was streaming from my laptop. Like, what? So that shit overheated 2 seconds later. I wasn't able to set up the stream key correctly. It was a nightmare. So tonight, I had started feeling comfortable with the whole streaming thing. And tonight, the universe said, you need to humble yourself, baby. And I take it. I absolutely take it. I wasn't born yet. There you go. You guys and your age card. I mean, swing it around, baby. You should. I wish I had more. I wish I did more right now, even. But age ultimately is really just a number. Okay, and it's with that with this fabulous quote that I say, let's move to the poll. We gotta vote. We start by voting. Isn't this great? Poll time, baby. Huh. I mean, wasn't that great? Wasn't that great or what? Okay, guys, so to kick it off, feel it in your body. We are going to be voting. I'm going to start the poll right now. So don't vote in the chat. Wait for me to load the poll. And you can watch, you can look at this chaotic GIF that is just saying the same thing all over. But don't you think, I mean, I feel that the colors for the different Sims titles are accurate. But let me start this poll, baby. Okay, so best Sims game, babe. We have Sims 1, Sims 2. Oh my god, do you think? Yeah, okay. Sims 3 or Sims 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, let's start it. You vote when you want, when you want. The poll will be running, so let's start it right now. Okay, I'm already seeing I'm already seeing The Sims 3 going like, woo! Okay, but guys, yes, I absolutely think that it's very appropriate considering this special birthday that some of us may have been reminded of by looking at social media. You know, so keep casting your vote and don't worry, it's absolutely anonymous. I will not know. So if you want to vote for The Sims 4, baby, and also I don't think there's like any shame to each their own. You know, there's no judgment over here. And I'm always saying, if you have The Sims 4 and you enjoy it and your save files are not broken, like, go for it, baby. Just do it. I know, Alex, yes, I was also thinking about the spin-offs and I thought maybe, you know, maybe next Thursday we could do the spin-offs. But can you believe that I've never played the herbs? I have such a curiosity. If that's something that you guys think could be cool for our future Monday live streams, you guys, I absolutely want to do it. So in case, let me know, because I would love to play the herbs. The herbs in the city. I remember when I bought The Sims 2, it was like I think all of us had this. So it came with the DVD, and the DVD had like some special making of interviews, and they had like the old The Sims 1 trailers and stuff like that. And it also had the trailer for like the commercials, and so the ones for The Sims 1 and the one for the herbs. And I remember being so like in awe and curious, like, what the heck was this game and why were Black Eyed Peas there? That was all I could think about, and I was kind of obsessed with watching and rewatching those trailers because truthfully they never aired like the Sims 1 trailers, I think, in Italy on television or anything. So it was really dreamy for me. Plus it looked like super cool because in the trailer for the herbs, they showed you that you could you could get tattoos done. And I was playing The Sims 2 at the time. So I was like, what? You can go to a tattoo place and get a tattoo. Like, that's crazy. I don't know if this is a collective memory. Let me know. Yes, Sims 3 is closer to being objectively superior, but it Sims 2 for me. I mean, The Sims 2, honey, it's so fun. It's so good. The Sims 3, sometimes I gotta say, this is a tough question. It is a tough question. And The Sims 3, sometimes it can make you feel challenged because it's so demanding and you're always like, I feel that in The Sims 2, there are many ways for you not to really break the game until you do, and then you have to fix it. But like, you need to, there are ways to not do that at all to the game. And so it's just magical. With The Sims 3, I think that like even if you play like vanilla, how do you do that? You're going to eventually reach the part where you feel you kind of broke the game there and you need some help fixing it. And that can be a little bit frustrating for me with The Sims 3. But I think that to this day, it might be the most ambitious because of all the features that it gave. I feel they're all ambitious in their own ways. I don't feel that way about The Sims 4. I said what I said. Shade button right here. But that's what I think. To me, The Sims, like when you start encountering like bugs in The Sims 3 that are very limiting, that really limit your gameplay, that's what I mean with breaking the game. Like not the one once every, hours or something happens and it's not that big. Like maybe you need to reset a sim here and there. But like in The Sims 3, you're always going to reach a point, or at least I've reached it personally. Then it also depends on what you're doing in there, I think. But for me, sometimes what makes me feel like, I don't know if I want to go back there is because it might be a little buggy and require more maintenance than, for example, when I was playing The Sims 2. But let me know your opinion and, of course, vote on the poll, baby. We're going to go back to it in a little bit. Again, thank you so much for joining. If you're joining now, please come to the live chat and don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you want to support it. This is a new thing we're doing and it started like very chaotically. But I'm so happy we're here and I'm so happy we're voting. So let's keep voting. And now let's get to the heart of the matter. Today's headline, we are going to be talking about these infamous celebration for The Sims anniversary and more on that. I also have a little archival material that I feel would be appropriate for us to watch together today. So yes, I'm excited too. It's time for our headline, baby. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, sorry. I am my computer was catching the chat as my browser. No, that's not what I wanted to show. So guys, yes, headline is 26 years of The Sims. So I want to start. Actually, let me fix this because I want to start by showing the correct browser. Okay. I think we got it. Yes. Okay, so let me start by showing you this. So I wanted to put together because, again, like I was telling you guys before, I had no clue that it was this 26 years of The Sims, also as the opposite to last year. You know, they had the re-releases, and so they had to do their little marketing celebration and all of that. And this year, honey, um, this is what we got. Um, so hold on. They posted the trailer. This is like the footage from the trailer from The Sims 1, and they wrote to where it all started. Hoepelborpnaha. um, I found it interesting, and now maybe this is going to change. You know that sometimes it happens that I'm here sending some predictions, and then they do it. I don't know. I don't know why, but it happens sometimes. Um, but I only saw them posting this on Instagram and on Facebook. I did not see any of this on YouTube, but also I did not see anything in their like blog posts, you know? Um but so if you think that this is just a post like this is where it all started, the trailer of The Sims 1, hunky dory. No, they're doing something with it. Of course, it could not be without content. It could not be just for the sake of, celebrating. Um, Remember last year, I was saying that it would have been nice if they had done something a little bit more deep about their story. Like maybe they could have worked like before before the actual 25th anniversary. They could have put together like a nice making of documentary, which they didn't. But I did. So if you haven't, it's on the channel. I have a full pre-release The Sims 1, and it's really, I mean, I tried, as an independent one person lady. I tried to go as deep as I could, but it was still very interesting. And I think that the history of The Sims is very revolutionary, and it's nice to hear about it. But why was The Sims page, for example, on Instagram posting this? This is what the description of this post said. So they wrote, celebrate The Sims 26th birthday with a giveaway. Follow The Sims and comment your birthday month with the hashtag Sims26 birthday. I'm tired of reading this by February 13th at 11:59 p.m. for a chance to win a The Sims 4 expansion pack of your choice. Guys, come on. You got to go and comment with your birthday for basically a giveaway. And I had not read this description, this explanation that they posted here. And so at first, I was skimming through the comments to see what the people were saying about this, and I kept seeing people writing like November, October, March, and I was like, "What is going on, baby?" Well, turns out that they were trying, their chance for free stuff, and I do respect that. I respect it. Go and write your birthday month. But this is the extent of the celebration that The Sims is giving us right now. Again, they have not posted. I can go actually and see if maybe they have posted in the meantime, because I might be wrong. Was when I was preparing the show, baby. If you're liking it, leave a thumbs up. What? Hit that thumbs up. Um okay, so January 5th, the latest seems to be February the 3rd. Let me see news. Let me see news. Maybe news has it. No. No, baby. Mm, so not even, a little nod over here. No, the latest they have is this article about the update. Do it for the plot. We're gonna come back later when we dish, as if we're not dishing right now, baby. But yeah, you see, I don't have any articles, and I even went before I went on news and no, I even went on the section before that is about Sims only, and then you can select Sims 4, for example. But like they have not updated that page when it comes to like the Sims games, like from the Sims franchise as one in a long time since they re-released the Sims 1 and the Sims 2. And to be honest, like since it's the anniversary of the Sims 1, I just think why not giving that for free? But then I also think I don't want to penalize you guys that play Sims 4 and maybe might get like an expansion pack that you actually want. But regardless, they do not mention this giveaway anywhere on the website. That was my point. But these are the rules. So now I have some comments that I wanted to share with you guys and then hear what you thought. I mean, tell me what you think in the meantime. Mm, I skimmed through for some comments and I took screenshots of those that I found pertinent to our chapter. Okay, so you have the usual. Oh, sorry. I always think that I could zoom in, but then it doesn't really let me. I'm like those people in in work calls. I'm like, why can't I zoom? Okay, so people were reacting positively to the post. That's true. So they were telling their memory with the game, and I find this cute. Like I think that's normal. I mean, normally in the Sims community to have this kind of bond to a game, but I think actually, many people, especially if you were younger when the game came out and you played it as a child, I absolutely understand this. So they wrote, for example, from running after school to running after work to play the game. Happy birthday, Sims. I mean, and I gotta say something. So I do believe that there's a whole. Now there's me with my like my theories. So I think that there's a whole marketing thing with millennials and this kind of nostalgia, like the fact that you played this and as a child and now you're doing it as an adult, exactly this feeling over here from running after school to running after work. And they're targeting us. So, stay woke. Be careful, baby. It can You might be targeted by this sense of nostalgia, but I mean it's real, it's true. We do feel that way if we think about when we played the Sims games when we were younger. The intro was a fundamental part of my childhood, says AB Newcrest. And this got a like from the Sims page. Happy birthday, The Sims. I tried also seeing, that I'm messy like that, baby. I always love seeing what and who, which comments the Sims page hearts. And this time they actually did not disappoint. So be ready. Don't go anywhere. I told you this is where the good tea is. But then in these couple of comments are cute. The Sims hearted one of them, and then this one killed me because it's the one right after. Sims One for Mac is something we desperately need in 2026. It's like they did the re-releases. What happened? Uh, and this comment got a bunch of likes too. So, but yeah, they posted the trailer. They're doing a The Sims 4 giveaway. What else do you guys want? You know. They also hearted, of course, this comment, the most beautiful game in this world. I would have hearted the comment below, those kitchen counters were top tier. Absolutely. Where is my clapping? I mean, honey, when the community is speaking, the community is speaking. Come on now. It is the truth. It is the truth. But I mean, yes, kudos to the Sims one. Kudos to Will Wright. And I know, you guys, that so many of us, we sit there at night with the thought that, Will Wright is going to come and save the Sims franchise. And I wanted to tell you that you might get this idea, especially if you've watched my latest video about Hytale, but I get the feeling that you guys did not watch it. I was saying before the live stream, I was like, I'm gonna read them for filth. Guys, it's really a good deep dive. It's my latest video on Hytale, but ultimately, maybe, it wasn't really your thing, the art style of the game or the title, or, I completely get it. I was joking, obviously. But one thing that it's really a takeaway from that development story, and you know that that's what I'm into, the weird things in life, development stories of video games. But one thing that you get from the Hytale development is this sense of like hope. And in there, you have the game actually being resuscitated after being killed. So, there's always hope for the Sims franchise to get eventually resuscitated. But, I really don't think that is going to be ever an option. I do think that Will Wright is the kind of creative that doesn't dwell in his past inventions. Like he's absolutely the Sims 2 knowledge sim. So I think that for him, The Sims really feels like a closed chapter, and it has felt that way for a long time. I mean, the man moved from The Sims to Spores, honey. So don't you think that he was done with it? And also now he seems to be working on completely different things that have to do with AI as well. So I don't think so. But let me know what you think, babe. I'm going to have a look at a chat in just a minute, but you guys keep it flowing. Um, I'm sorry, I have it hidden just because I can't focus. It's just complicated for me. And I gotta tell you, I know that you probably noticed, but I did this for you guys. I took these screenshots specifically at where we at 3? Where at 4? I took them at 4:20, honey. So this is your sign from the universe to blaze up. I did that on purpose. Okay, so the most beautiful game in this world. Happy 26 to The Sims. So now, honey, I died when I saw this. So this page, Slay, is called High and Doing Things. And The Sims liked this specific comic. I thought that they were being funny like that. I mean, I don't know if this maybe is the creator and they have worked with them, or if this is completely random. I kind of hope that this is completely random. But they're saying, "Yay, happy anniversary! Wow, 26 years." The person writing this must have been high. January 30th. Okay, that's their birthday, I guess. Um, I was not expecting that heart from the Sims page. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be honest, but it was funny. It was funny. Now let's go on to the drama, Mama. That's what you're coming here for. And why do I keep this is me continuing to zoom on the pictures, by the way. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this user in this 26th birthday post for The Sims, this user wrote, "Why is my update still at 121? Why?" That sounds like absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Um, why are my family photos and portraits still blank? Why are my elders not dying? And when you're this deep in the comment, you're like, I gotta hope that this is a comment from a The Sims section, not some other weird Reddit. Mm, why can't I load my game? He got 1,000 of likes for that one. And I love that the first comment is, "Your elders can't die." And then you have, "Don't update, they have to fix it." So, what the heck is going on with this update, you guys? Do you know? Do you play The Sims 4? I was reading like so many comments like this one, like this update being very problematic, and they are also addressing it, and we are going to dish about it. But again, I want to know your experience, and if you know what this user is talking about, if something happened, like this sounds awful. Why aren't these elders dying? But yeah, don't update, they have to fix it. Okay. And I think it's here next. Yeah. Somebody else replied to this user that was complaining about the update breaking everything. And they said they put it in their stories. They noticed the problem and are fixing it ASAP. You guys need to start clicking on their stories. They have blog posts, etc., about everything they're doing. I mean, honey, please, like, no. What do you mean? Like, so one has to stay on top of the daily news, like of the daily news cycle for every single shit in our lives. Otherwise, you feel like you live in a bubble and you get the awareness that one day you'll have to wake up and face the reality that is like terrible. So we already have to be like so hyper aware of everything. I don't think it's fair that players need to sign this agreement where they say that not only will they play the game, but they will also stay up to date with whatever they're posting on their stupid Insta stories. Like, I think that this is a little bit much. One thing is, oh, they posted something on their website. I mean, I still think it's a stretch, honey. What do you mean that then it's me that has to be aware? And so I need to be, sometimes when I was still playing The Sims 4, I would launch the game and I wouldn't even think like I would do everything, and then only I would realize that there was an update or that the update had downloaded and installed in the meantime, only because I launched the game and the game was not showing me my mods. That was the only reason. Like, I was not aware of all of their posts and their communications. So, and that's really something that should not have such an important role in the way the game performs. Like, oh, you should check their stories, so you know that maybe you should not allow the update. mm, I don't know, I think it's a little bit much, you know a little bit much. Then, of course, a lot of people follow creators, and the creators kind of cascade the news and everything. Um, but let's start. The problem I feel is where we are starting with this logic. Because if we start from a place of what players should do to make everything better, so stay up to date with the news, knowing when the update is probably going to break your game, kind of time the times that they go into the game with possible like terrible breaking freaking bugs that the updates may cause. Like that's crazy. So let's instead start from the logic that in theory an update should not do that to my game. Let's maybe start from there. And I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to talk about the mods. Like maybe this person got their game completely fudged because of their mods and they did not update the mods or whatever. But like, it's not that all the cases are that way. People, I think, don't really get it that it's kind of random. So if you've been blessed with not many problems, and to be honest, I was one of those people. I've never had those terrible experiences with The Sims 4 where like everything is lost. Sure, my pictures were completely fucked from one day to the other, and there was ever anything that I could do to recover that. Sims were practicing incest like on a daily, baby, on a daily, on a daily. I had those freaking like uncles and aunties just going to their grown-up nephews and nieces and going like like that is something that would make me rage quit, but I never had the kind of things that people talk about online, thank god. But it's not that because I wasn't experiencing that I would go online and see people saying like everything is unplayable on my end and think, oh, it must be you. Like no. And if the game is complicated, not performing correctly to you on one hand, like with a game like The Sims 4, it's always possible that it is performing way worse on somebody else's device and with somebody else's combination of packs and all of that. I mean, we talked about this so many times how they don't really test because like they told us, honey, don't you remember? They told us, they were like, you guys have thousands of combinations. You have like millions of thousands of light years of anything and everything. And like, it's impossible. Don't ask us to test the content with your specific sequence of packs and whatever. They were like, whatever, we're doing what we can. They literally told us. But okay, honey, the news for the 26th anniversary of The Sims is yeah, you gotta check their stories on a daily. If you skip your daily brain rot on Instagram and you do not see that The Sims 4 is breaking the game once again and they're telling you to, by the way, they're telling you to be patient. Like it's not like they're giving you the solution. It's not like there's some magic formula that they are giving to you if you're following them on stories, just saying. But okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. So, next comment. Babe, I liked this one and I appreciated the context of posting it, of posting this comment specifically. Um, under this birthday post. So this user wrote, I miss the times when The Sims was actually a life simulation game and not a designer game. We need more we need more sim to sim interactions with animations and autonomy that shows emotions like in The Sims 2. Now, if for you The Sims is a game that it's all about building, I don't think that this comment is like coming against you at all. Um I just think that the idea behind the game was that those were different features, the live mode as much as the build and buy mode and the create a sim, and then you can kind of enjoy whichever part you prefer, but the game should always give you the chance to decide whether you want to play it like a video game or whether your favorite part is building those houses and never go back to the world ever again in your life. But you should have at least the choice because that choice was always there. So I do understand the sentiment in this comment, and I haven't played The Sims 4 in a long time, and I don't want to, to be completely honest. But the problem that personally I was feeling with it was exactly this lack of gameplay, fundamentally. Like, sure, it can be fun to arrange panels from time to time, but there are so many like things that are missing there, and I feel that once you jump, and we've said this so many times, once you jump and you go to something different, well, then you do feel the difference. When you go back, we were saying it before, The Sims 3, it's kind of like this complete idea for The Sims games, because you have the open world, because you have the full customization. It's as if that's the game that was kind of giving everything to everybody. And now don't tell me that The Sims 3 Sims are ugly, because I know that that's one of the major, like, more mainstream criticisms. And honey, get yourself a couple of CC and they're going to be looking like dolls, like way more than they look in The Sims 4. Now, personally, I don't have a problem with any of the Sims. This is my wish for their birthday, for their 26th birthday. I'm like, I love all the versions of you, baby. The Sims 1, Sims, I'm like Slay. The Sims 2 to me are like the Sims. I've spent so many hours in my life just staring at those things, which is like, obviously it's not normal, but if you relate, if you relate, like this stream, baby, leave a like. But The Sims 3, I gotta tell you, like, once you start shopping for those CCs, your life changes and the game does too. So I really think that it is the game that is giving something to everybody, because maybe if you're just a builder, The Sims 2 is not your thing. I don't know. I'm not a builder in any of them. But there are aspects that I do see why, people are very on board with The Sims 4, because, for example, maybe we've talked about it. Is building in The Sims 4 the best building? We were talking about it in our past live stream. Uh, so that could be a reason, but the idea would be the game is complete regardless. So yes, you can give me all of these smart ways to build. We were saying, the possibility to move like the full room content and all of that. That's cool. But at the same time, if I'm coming here to play, the game is going to roll those dice. It's going to give me that element of chaos. Like, when you're playing The Sims 2, there is something like the game is playing with you. And you have those roles, and things just don't go your way. In The Sims 3, we were seeing we had an opportunity that came, no, a work thing that came in The Sims 3, sorry. A work thing that came up for a politician, and the question was like, you are asked to make a decision between something you don't know and something you weren't briefed on. And so that is obviously like totally random. And that is kind of silly, yes, but that's the kind of element of chaos that I'm talking about. And yeah, The Sims 4 has those calls. I saw today that somebody posted on a Facebook group. They said they posted this screenshot of The Sims 4, and there's a message, sorry, coming in from a horse. And the horse is saying like, I know that you've been sleeping around, so like, what's your bag? Like, damn, horse. But also all of those screenshots from The Sims 4 with the horses just crack me up completely. Like, abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, let me see if I can have a look at the chat. Oh, yes, I can. You guys have been making it follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bring back the cutscenes. Yes. um Sims 4 is so much easier to build. Sims 2 and 3, you really need to know your cheats. Yes, absolutely. I agree. And I think also when it comes to create a sim, it's kind of similar because you can really mold everything, and that's cool. Um, but then you got to give me the gameplay. Like, I feel that what we experienced with The Sims 4 is the proof that in a game like The Sims, you need to come up with more than just like simulating building and simulating the creative sim part, which they had already pretty much mastered. Like, obviously they are big parts of the games, like, absolutely. But then what happens when people literally feel like, have you ever read about burnout from playing The Sims 4? This is our video. Okay. um be ready. I can't wait. But have you ever read about those people that got like a burnout from playing Sims 4? I mean, I get it. You reach a point that you're like, I don't know what else to do, and you're kind of going against the game. And for the people that join our live streams when we're playing the Sims 3 specifically, but also I think it's we've done the same in the Sims 2, honey. You've seen how personally, when it comes to social interactions between Sims, it's really an habit of mine to just let them do it. Like, I really follow. I mean, sometimes we've kind of forced things. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes we kind of force things in. We were like, well, now you live together. But generally, I really like to see where the game takes me in terms of if the Sims like each other or not. And that really allows you to witness the drama in the way we enjoy witnessing it in things like, reality shows, for example. It's like it's unpredictable and you just go with it. You don't really need to make a decision about it, and you can just see what happens next. And I feel that with The Sims 3, for example, that is something that is so, so fun to witness. And Sims 2 as well. But The Sims 3, you have that element of like you're out and about and there's everything. Like, the simulation includes everything. And honey, isn't it beautiful? Um, but in The Sims 2, when Sims don't like each other, ooh, it is complicated. It gets tough, and it has consequences. And The Sims 2, and when we dish, baby, we are gonna be talking about um, their whole family tree thing with The Sims 4 and all of that. And it makes me think of The Sims 2 and how, I'm always saying this, that I'm a sucker for Veronaville, so don't come for me. I have no shame. Um, but you play in Veronaville, and like the consequences of feuds are really playing out in there, and you can change things a little bit, but if you continue injecting people from each side of the feud, things are not going to calm down. I mean, if you were there for the live streams, us playing in Veronaville, it was like madness anytime there was a get together. But baby, that's why we were there. It was great. It really gives you that like soap opera kind of vibe, and it's entertaining. At the end of the day, it's entertaining. Yes, sometimes we want to play games where we just we put like a podcast on our second screen. We just pop that game, and we are not really thinking about anything, and we're just like, we just want to chill. We just want to make a pretty sim, and we just want to build the house, and then probably we're going to go to sleep. And that's like understandable, and I endorse that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But at the same time, sometimes people also feel like they want something that is engaging and entertaining. And the problem is that those kind of products are and that kind of entertainment and that kind of innovation, it comes from betting on creativity, betting on a vision, Again, I'm sorry, not to mention that video about Hytale again. Saying, baby. But that's a great story. They had a vision, and that vision got completely like kind of fucked up, and then they were like, you know what? Seeing the original vision being kind of ruined and kind of like, yeah, kind of torn into pieces, it's making us see how the original vision was the good one, was the correct vision for this project. And I mean, I feel that the development of the original The Sims is just like this. Um, Nobody was believing Will Wright, and in Will Wright, I mean, yes, they believed there were previous like Sims related IPs and all of that, but let's not forget that he had to fight to make everybody see the point of making a game like The Sims. So, you know, absolute king. And I feel that you guys, I hope you're having a good time. Make those hearts rain if you want in the live chat. If you're too shy to come and say hi, you can hit the little heart, and that would really help. So thank you. But speaking of Will Wright and The Sims and The Sims anniversary, me, differently than EA and their social media manager or their like campaign marketing, whatever, I I just feel it. I just feel it inside of me. And I think that in order to celebrate this milestone, apart from a giveaway that personally I cannot do, I would love to do it. But EA's pockets are way, 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 ever, so much bigger than mine. So thank you for staying here, even without the giveaway. I mean, let's give it up for you guys. The Drama House people are the best people. The best people. So I have for us this video. It's from a reportage done, I don't remember the channel, on the release of The Sims. We have Will Wright, uh, the king, talking a little bit, interviewed, and I think that it's going to make us feel nostalgic, and I hope you guys will enjoy it with me. I'm just gonna lower the audio because I think it has like a super super crazy audio volume. So headphones users, brace yourselves because I'm trying, but I don't know. I don't know what I'll manage to do with the audio. Okay, let me just grab here the live chat. Okay, so we love a vintage piece of media. I hope you guys will enjoy it as much as me. I hope at the beginning of it doesn't make us all deaf.
Finally tonight, so many things in life, from stock markets to oil prices, are beyond our control, which might explain the appeal of The Sims. Last year's best-selling computer game sold over 3 million copies at $40 a pop. It features no explosions, there is little gore, but it does give players one little...
I just love this. I'm sorry, there was a little gore. And it also kind of gives you the full picture of the idea of video games. I mean, nowadays we have so many and so many different things and options in general for gaming. Um, but I think that in that sense, The Sims was kind of groundbreaking. Uh, I hope your ears are fine.
corner of the world they can control. Here's ABC's Brian Rooney.
It's a game about people. Not real people, but simulated people. The Sims.
When you turn it on, you never know what's going to happen.
Excuse me. This is what the Sims team should have done. Celebrate Will Wright. We don't care whatever like a sweet, sweet deal he got to leave them the Sims and get the fuck out of there. But he shall be celebrated, honey. Yes, absolute king. Will Wright, creator of The Sims. And I'm telling you, like I've watched many interviews with him when I was making that pre-release video. And Will Wright, he is such a knowledge sim. I can't. We love him here.
Every time we play it, it's kind of a surprise.
The game itself has been a surprise, with sales over $100 million, as much as a hit movie. But with The Sims, you create the plot and characters, give them jobs, families, problems, and let them live.
Mortimer's having a very relaxing day, playing chess by himself. Now let's have our daughter, Cassandra, come feed the fish.
And this is Will Wright narrating the Goth family gameplay for television, basically doing what so many creators, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, you name it, do nowadays. And can you imagine be doing that? But it's like, you made this. You said, you know what would be cool? And here they are. And yes, the Goths. Iconic. Of course, he's playing at the Goth manor.
Before we forget, Bella is just like a wreck. She needs to take a bath. Ouch! Oops. Oh, in the meantime, nobody's taking care of the baby.
This all started when Will Wright, the designer of The Sims, thought it might be fun to build a city. Start with an empty grid, create a landscape, then put in things like utilities and schools.
And so pretty soon you find that you have this little...
I'm sorry, but we have Will Wright in a different take here. Look at the Sims thing, like all the cover art behind him. Yes, we gotta give it up again. Genius. And look, I've read plenty. I haven't read everything, okay, about Will Wright, but I've read a lot. And Will Wright seems to be an unproblematic king. We might want to see where his ambition goes when it comes to like his little AI project. I know some of us are skeptical, but rightfully so. But apart from that, I even read about his divorce, honey. Let me know if you want to know the tea. That's tea. That's absolute tea. But there was this journalist that was following him for a profile piece, and the journalist, like, you love these like not current pieces of journalism where the journalist is just like, this man gave me the chance to just like follow him around and interview people in his life. And so, like, I'm gonna spill that tea, baby. And I'm there 20 years later, like, ooh, reading it all. So let me know if that's something interesting. I love that we are like praising him. And right after it, I'm gonna proceed to tell you about what I read on his divorce. Like, welcome to the Drama House.
Group of people living on this landscape that you've built, demanding this, that, and the other. We want more roads, we want less taxes.
SimCity's success paved the way for Sim Earth, the global ecosystem, and Sim Farm. What do you do when your crops fail?
There are things you can do on the computer that kind of expand your perceptions outside of reality, and that you can go back and apply to reality.
Will Wright is fascinated by giving intelligence to mechanical things.
I'm sorry, what? What are you doing, Will? I told you he's there messing with robotic, like literally. I've only seen people doing these things in The Sims. You gotta love him.
When I was a teenager, I used to build all these strange mechanical contraptions, and they got more and more elaborate.
But his most elaborate creation is The Sims, life in a box, the computer box.
There's always going to be some box, some creative box around us. and people are going to be afraid to leave the box because
I mean, guys, this side by side, this side by side. Fabulous. Genius. Work of art. The Sims, this is what I would have loved, what I would have loved to see uh, in your posts. How about a side by side of, of Will Wright in The Sims 1? How about that? Can you imagine one with like Andrew Wilson? Ah, absolute, absolute horror, babes. Absolute horror.
you know they're going to go broke or their game's not going to sell well. But if occasionally somebody can jump outside the box and be successful, then that expands the box.
Will Wright has sold 15 million games that have no monsters, no shootouts, not even winners and losers.
I mean, hello. He's sold all of these games with no monsters, no violence. I mean, a lot of drama, but violence, not here. Is Will Wright a feminist? Let me know in the chat.
He's made games out of making life work. Brian Rooney, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Wow. Yes, we love you, Will Wright. We absolutely love you. Now, I see that you guys wanted the tea. Yes, they were really trying to sell how this was a family-friendly game and tiptoeing around the raunchy stuff in it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like to think as a feminist. Yeah, me too. Me too, because like, why not, babe, you know? Um, so, by the way, let me just close this for a second. Um, before I spill the tea, don't worry, I will not forget about the tea. I wanted to just go, since we're talking about The Sims 1. By the way, I hope you enjoyed our little time travel. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this. This is an article that I found when I was working on that pre-release video. And again, because we're celebrating the 26th anniversary of The Sims, gracing our screens and changing our lives. See, even this could have been a way better caption than whatever whatever stupid thing they wrote in there. How was it? Hold on. To where it all started. Nah, no, girl. I'm like, the day that it graced our screens that changed our lives forever. You gotta give me that drama, baby. Don't they know that majority of us are really into that? They're just baiting us with the nostalgia when they need it. I.e., last year with the re-releases, and then this year they're like, "Here's the original trailer of the game. Fuck you guys." That's the extent of the celebration and a giveaway, of course. Of course, they're gonna give you away the Sims 4 content, baby. So this is an article from Vice, and it has so much good tea in it. It's not the tea about the divorce. I will tell you about that one too. Um, but I think that it matches today's celebration for the 26 years of The Sims, because I need us to feel grounded. You know, I know many people again are going there and they're like, from waiting to go back to the game when I was in school to doing it now at work, Sims for Life and all of that. Yes, we get it. But I need to remind us all the time and constantly, this is my mission in life, that EA is shit. in my opinion, absolutely an opinion, absolutely my impression. But listen to this. So, the oral history of The Sims, the world's most enduring game. This is an article by Sean Cole. It from 2022. Um, it opens like this, honey. All they do is eat and shit. How many times do I have to kill this game before it will die? This is what one senior executive at video company EA Games apparently snapped in the late 90s, according to art director Charles London, after yet another underwhelming demonstration of The Sims. I mean, where is my. Actually, let me do this because, honey, I gotta play you this soundbite. Absolutely. It's always the usual fucking suspects, baby. And yes, it starts with an E and it finishes with actually an S. That's Electronic Arts for you, honey. Um, Others were equally skeptical. New ideas are often met with resistance, and The Sims was no different. Why on earth would anybody want to build a fake house, create fake people, and then just watch them live and die? I mean, look, I don't wanna be that person that says this, but honey, can you? If you're hearing these sentences of these people that say, why on earth would anybody want to build a fake house, create fake people, and then just watch them live and die? Is it a man or is it a woman? Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Then I'm not gonna get spicier than that, I promise. Thank you for being here. um yeah, look at this. Even the game's biggest advocates still couldn't have envisaged. I don't think so, but I'm gonna read it that way. Envisaged the extraordinary level of success The Sims would go on to have. Inundated with awards and acclaim, it's become one of the biggest selling and most influential games of all time. It also broke new ground by reaching a majority of young women, very different to gaming's traditional demographic. And give it up for the ladies.
Slay! Slay!
Yes, honey. We were considered eventually too, to the surprise of everybody. Um, we knew how to turn on a computer. That's crazy, I know. Let me see. Yeah. Now let's go to the good part. To the part that I love, the quotes, honey. Claire Curtin, designer and voiceover director. And here we're talking about the beginnings. Like this piece, it's basically a little bit of a presentation of what we're going to be talking about, and then the journalist going and getting these recollections from these people. So Claire Curtin says that the original idea that Will had was that it was a virtual dollhouse. He was very influenced by a book called A Pattern Language by Christopher Alexander. It was really a time management game about how you could move your Sims throughout the house in the most efficient manner. And if you see like the prototypes of what it was at the beginning, the connection between the characters and the environment and what you as a player could do to influence that was like very much central, I think, in my opinion. Um Will went to my manager and asked if he could spare a developer to work on this secret project. I was the first official developer on The Sims other than Will, and the person talking is Jamie Dornbos, programmer. He used to write a lot of code. I was very junior. I had no idea what the proper way was to develop, sorry, to develop all of this stuff. So I was just doing it however I saw fit. We were like a student and a teacher. I mean, we love to see it, baby. We absolutely love to see it. Yes. I was learning from it and making his code a little less hardwired and hacky. I could clearly see that Will was a design genius, so I had faith in him, even if I didn't see exactly how the game was going to work. And this was again at the very beginning. Now I just want to reach for us the part where they discuss what happens once they are working with EA. In here, we're talking about they're talking about the Plum Bob, which is also cute. The music, Simlish, which it's also super interesting. But I just wanted to jump. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Yay! We gotta read the good tea. Okay, issues with EA. EA brought a lot of money and marketing to it, so that was nice. In terms of the game itself, it was a struggle because they didn't have the same. Look, EA cursing me, taking my voice away. In terms of the game itself, it was a struggle because they didn't have the same core values. They wanted to gamify it more. Jeez. They wanted to figure out how to make it more sexy in a way. I mean, I can only imagine some of these brilliant minds then probably went on to amazing projects like the Playboy Mansion video game. I have a deep dive about that, by the way. And also, that deep dive got demonetized by YouTube. True tea. We were a small company, obviously referring to what Maxis was. We operated in a completely different way. I felt like we often had to do battle to absolutely refuse some of the things that they were saying that we needed to do. Sounds like EA. Oh my god. How could it sound so freaking accurate? It was a little bit of clash of cultures. And this is one recollection, but then there is this person, Ryan, is like, I'm spilling it all, baby. They were the enemy. We tried touching it a little bit more carefully in the first one, and then we just went like boom. Yes, they were the enemy, honey. I hate to say it that way, but there was so much scrutiny. We would have these exact meetings, and it was always like we were just fighting for another day. That's a very good rallying cry for a team. I mean, and like honestly, it just feels like there is no functioning to the scale of EA, whether we're talking about EA 1999 or EA 2025. Like people will always have to deal in this way with this kind of management, I guess. Let's not even mention what's going on nowadays, obviously. This is again just as we're talking about the birth of The Sims and the birthday. The biggest challenge was getting key stakeholders at EA to understand what it was we were making and why we should be making it. Generally, the opinion was that successful games were about escapism. They were about being somebody else and having powers nobody ever had. This game was the exact opposite of that. Yes, and we know it. We know it. We just find entertainment in that kind of ordinary simulation, right? The same thing would happen every time. The development director Jim Macras went, or Macras, I don't know, went and showed them the game. They would look at it and be like, "Okay, well, that's kind of interesting, but it's not a game. Next time we see it, it better have A, B, and C." Jim would say. Okay, we'll do that. Then he would come back to us and be like, okay, we're not doing anything. Then we would do X, Y, and Z. which were cool and weird. And it just seems to be the constant in these stories, you just have to keep it doing um, the cool and weird thing, because maybe some people are not going to get it, and then some people will absolutely get it. Martin says at one point, some of the executives didn't even want to put the game out. Again, sounds like EA. Are we surprised, honey? I mean, but then when they did and it started making tons of money, uh-huh, a lot more people came over from EA and pretended that they were involved with it. It was a bunch of bullshit. Say it louder for the people in the back. So, yes, baby. While, The Sims 4 is over there posting silly giveaways and telling you to where let's celebrate where it all started. And again, what a missed opportunity to have people buying The Sims 1, even, their re-released version. But this, to me, baby, is the clear proof that they don't give a crap about you buying The Sims 1 or The Sims 2. They probably think that they've done charity work by releasing them, when they don't understand that who did the charity work was the players who bought it. Because why would you? The people who bought it are people that are like, I want to have this version. I don't want to be bothered to, getting a random version online and then having to kind of fine tune it, because maybe that's too much. And I completely understand it. But also, I think that if there's one part that did do the charity, that's the players who bought The Sims 1 and The Sims 2. And the fact that for The Sims 1 anniversary, they don't even do the giveaway with that title. And I'm not saying because I want to receive it. I already have The Sims 1, baby. And it's not the 2025 version. It is not. Mm-mm. So no, it would not have impacted me, the giveaway, but and it will not for The Sims 4 or not. But it's the same logic of putting like a free The Sims 4 kit when they re-release The Sims 1 and 2, The Sims 4 always needs to have like a slice of whatever whatever it is that they're doing. Um in here they're talking about the fact that The Sims became very popular with the ladies. And they say it was highly adopted by girls and women. I think the traditional gaming audience that was around in those days was interested in it because of its SimCity roots. If they didn't enjoy it, that was okay, because there were many other new people. Woo! Leave a like if you represent the new people in this story who would never have bought a computer game. Who did? I mean, one of the most common stories that I always hear is not only like people tell you, yes, I've played The Sims, or I used to play The Sims, or I had a period that I was super obsessed with The Sims, but they also tell you, like, my mom played The Sims, my grandma played The Sims, like it's a generational thing. Um, it really changed things. We never set out to make this a game that was popular with girls at all. We were just making a game that was interesting to us. Girls just ended up finding it. It had all this interesting depth that wasn't present in a lot of other games. So, a lot of games were based on destruction. SimCity was about construction. Then we added this ability to create a family and watch what happens. It tapped into part of our psyche that hadn't been tapped into before. I completely agree with this, which was about empathy and identifying with people. Amazing. Amazing. Listen to this one. I remember going to one of our company meetings where they were talking about the money that was being made. And I just went, holy shit, you've got to be kidding me. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I feel that there was such a little trust in the project until it actually started being so effing profitable. Um, it's kind of crazy. The Sims had soul. You can see the importance it had in the lives of the people who took it on. They were acting out their real lives or a life they wish they had. I'm very proud of everything we did on that game. I mean, and now I think that that's a good way to really celebrate the legacy of this game and the 26th anniversary of The Sims. So, yeah, happy fucking birthday. Okay, so let me see, you guys. How are we doing with this poll? Have you, if you joined the live stream now, have you voted? Which Sims game is the best? The poll is going to end at the end of the live stream. So keep on voting if you haven't yet. Please go on and vote. And I hope you guys enjoyed our main headline title. And if you have some extra time, if you don't have to run away, I would invite you to Let's Dish. Are you ready to dish, baby? Yes. So am I. If you're joining now, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So what is this dishing part all about, honey? Well, it's about things that are not the main headline. By the way, if you enjoyed the main headline segment, let me know here in the live chat, or leave a like on the live stream. That would be very much appreciated, honey. But for our Let's Dish part, we just talk about things in the community. I have some things that I grabbed. You're gonna let me know what you think. And also, if for next Thursday you have some ideas, please do let me know, because we can include them in the next week's docket, if you are up for it. Okay, so be ready, because we talked about we talked about this update for The Sims 4, honey. What the heck is going on? Okay, so 2 days ago, and again, this is from YouTube posts. In here, they have not posted anything about the 26th. So I know what you're thinking. Only now that we went through it extensively, only now do you feel really connected to the special anniversary. We watched King Will Write. We read some tea. I still need to tell you the tea about him. Don't you dare let me go away from this live stream without having told you the tea. Actually, let me put the live chat right here so I can read everything you guys are telling me about. Okay, Alex, is this your moment? Is this the update? I think it actually might be. Okay, so the Sims team is saying, thanks for your patience. The Sims 4 update with new stair railings, new tags, and the evolved family tree is rolling out now. Learn more on the patch notes, and they have the web page. We are aware. I think this is what that player was talking about in that comment we read about before, when they were telling him, just go watch the stories. Just go watch the Sims stories so they can tell you basically not to update the game. Like, okay, they're saying, we are aware that some of you were experiencing issues. So if you started to update earlier, you may need to clear your cache to see the correct update. As they would say in Spanish, amigo, ¿qué? But what did I just read? Hold on. We are aware that some of you were experiencing issues. So if you started to update earlier, you may need to clear your cache to see the correct update. Earlier than what? If you started to update earlier, then when? Then when, honey? What do you mean? Okay, but they are putting a fucking knowledge base. No, wait, let me open this. Holy smokes. Wait, how to clear the EA app cache. Okay. Right. So I guess if you're in country problems, try do that. I'm also gonna load the page here. But it's the one we already have open. Do it for the plot. Okay. This info guide, by the way, yes, the URL that takes us here, it does have the abbreviation KB in the link, and usually KB stands for knowledge bases in these like companies forums and stuff like that. So, okay, that's how they're going to assist you with that. If not, thanks for your patience. Sorry, guys. Thanks for waiting. Okay, we are going to read some comments, absolutely. And we are going to talk about the family trees. Because I was reading about it. I was like, okay. It's only been 12 years for ancestors to be in the game. I mean, facts. Facts, honestly. Fixed dancing at prom, but not the bug that prevents prom from happening at all. Biash, what? What? Ma in che senso? That's what we would say in Italy. What do you mean, honey? So they fixed dancing at prom, which apparently was an issue if you have high school years. By the way, that's the context we're talking about. But not the bug that prevents prom from happening at all, which, girl, this has been happening since forever, by the way. If some people have been experiencing this just recently, well, good for you, because I used to be one of the believers of high school years. I used to believe that it could be a good pack. And I took it. You know where I took that belief and that hope? Yes. Up there. Absolutely. So I'm shocked that this bug still exists. From the comments, I'm definitely not updating my game. Going to wait a week or so until you guys fix the update or do whatever you're going to do. PSA to Simmers, and I'm here, dear user, to echo your message. Even, you see, babe, for the community, even if I don't play The Sims 4, this is for you. So if you're thinking about it, let's read this PSA. You can go offline and turn off automatic updates in the origin settings for the game. Probably the best thing to do until they throw water on this dumpster fire. Woohoo, honey. Also, I know everyone knows this, but back up your saves and remove all of your mods. It's like, girl, it's giving me so much work that I'd rather go play something else. Like, you remember how Sims 4 stans were always telling us, people that have like complaints, they were always telling us to just go and play something else. Yeah, now I'm saying the same. Reading the fact that you have to do this amount of maintenance all the time, and it's always such a gamble because maybe one time it happens to you, maybe it doesn't. When they update the game, it's just like honestly consuming, and I'm out of there. Absolutely out of there. After reading all this comment, I guess I'll play offline. Exactly. No way, no way, you guys. Why are all my pictures turning black still? I cannot believe this is happening. Guys, if you are encountering still the black pictures in The Sims 4, please let us know here in the chat. This is a safe space. You can tell us everything. We lead with peace and love. So, but please let me know because I'm shook. Weren't they like, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, but weren't they like gloating about the fact that they were absolutely gonna tackle the issue with the pictures? Didn't they even like post reels or like shorts where they were showing the before and after of the bugs, like you having the bug with the pictures and you not having it? Like, honey, oh my god, I'm getting heated up here because, like, what do you mean? Why are my pictures turning back still? Didn't they say that they were like so committed to fixing that specific thing? Because again, let's face it, like taking pictures of your Sims and putting them on a wall in The Sims 4, it's absolutely an important freaking part of the gameplay because it's one of the few things that give you satisfaction to do. So like, I cannot believe that people are still experiencing this. Apparently diplomas are becoming blank too. No freaking hell. It's like, which is another thing that personally, and again, I am a player, family gameplay, like legacy player, so I don't assume ever that everybody is playing the way I am. And to be honest, when I started realizing how bad my experience with The Sims 4 was getting, and I started looking for things online to see, you know, if it was just me, what I could have done to create those issues in my game, and I realized that it was like so many of us, regardless of what the fuck we do in the game, you know, maybe your photos go blank and you don't really do that much, and maybe they go blank and that's all you do in the game. I don't think that that's something that the players necessarily, there's a specific path that they're following, but it's not a justification to say, oh, you could do 7 billion things in the game and so we cannot predict it and so we cannot fix it in advance. How do they get to that conclusion? The conclusion is that there must be something that is you know, fundamentally broken over there, that it doesn't matter what people are doing and they're experiencing this kind of stuff. I'm sorry, it just pisses me off that they were specifically gloating about that. If I were this person, why are my pictures turning black still? I would probably not touch the game again. And again, we are touching the game, which is already a win for them, to be honest, because I bet that there are many people that are not even thinking about touching the game at the moment. But I also know that recently they've been giving stuff away. So I absolutely get it that some people may just want, like maybe they just wanted to load it up. And for example, look at this user, honey. Updated, and now my game won't launch. I can't. So it's like, you don't necessarily have to do something. It just won't launch. I had to uninstall everything and reinstall it. Honey. That's crazy. Sims 3 it is this week. Can't complain when that game runs better than the current. Yes, I agree with that. Can you make an update that adds more of the grown-up humor of the older game and make it not so watered down? Babe, I mean, baby love, I absolutely get it. Like, yeah, it would be nice if the tone was, you know, if there was some coherency in what they were doing over there. But like, I think that ship has sailed. Like, do you want, I understand we are all missing the vibe collectively, like as a world, as a planet, we're like, I'm missing that vibe. not necessarily about like the humor, like grown-up humor, or like, but the soul, the grown-up humor. I mean, it depends. I don't think it's a matter of humor with The Sims 4. I think it's really a matter of vision and a matter of like how the game is supposed to behave. It's a matter of, why is this game still alive? I don't want them to pump humor into The Sims 4. Well, I mean, what I want is absolutely radical, and probably it's never going to happen. But what people want in general, I guess, is for them to work on something that is better, because I don't think how much... Oh my God, I became a purple blob for a second. This is my leg, I'm sorry. I'm not somebody that sits like properly. But yeah, I believe that what people would want is for them to move on from The Sims 4, not to get it like somehow. Even because I think, let me see if people told this person, they did Love Struck. No, okay, they didn't. Cutscene update, please. But honey, I mean, yes, but also, can you imagine running The Sims 4 that is already like so tough to run, baby? Can you imagine running it with like cutscenes and stuff like that? I don't think. I don't think that would happen. Ooh, family tree. The family tree looks horrible. If you played for many generations like me, 11 generation, we'd love to see some generations gameplay. Distant relatives autonomously marry each other. Wait, hold it. What's going on? Okay, so distant relatives autonomously marry each other because the game didn't recognize them as such, and now my family tree looks more like a wreath. Everything is overlapping. Can you imagine, like, you're not paying attention to some distant relatives that you left in a house somewhere in Newcrest, and when you go back, no, I don't even want to imagine that. That is so annoying. Mine is at 16 generations, and I can't see half the tree. God, I have to click into the great grandparent to see their grandparent until I reach the first generation. Then I can see the full thing, but only if I scroll up and down. Same, bruh. I'm gonna take their hair right now and put him and his family and house in a new safe, because this isn't worth it. Yeah, okay, sounds like a lot of real life family trees. And you know, yes, that's true. And also, I feel, at least personally, when I first started having like some issues that were breaking my family gameplay in The Sims 4, I was also telling myself that it was a matter of imagining that the chaos was happening just like it happens in real life. You know, oh, well, maybe it turns out that the uncle truly was, a criminal. And truly wanted to get married to this niece that him and his wife raised. Like, absolutely, that would make sense. So the first time that happens to you, you totally justify it this way. I'm not saying this person is justifying it, obviously. It is a true observation. Many real family trees are fucked. But I gotta say, many people just take it like that. They're like, okay, drama, let's keep playing. Yeah, we're just gonna think about this man that got married to the niece, but also like we're probably never gonna see him again because maybe the game will delete it. Update still not out for Xbox users. Oh, okay, I didn't know about this. Do we have any console players in the audience? If we do, you guys rise up, let me know, let us know, and let us know what's the situation with this update, if it happened, because this is from 2 days ago. Update still not out for Xbox users, maybe a good idea. I heard everyone that got the update can't play their game. This sucks on console play, and I can't update it either. I was playing this morning. This person is saying, I was playing this morning and something told me to get off and play something else. I knew this was going to be bad. Too many things at one time. Okay. Let me see. Let me just have a look at the chat. Not the parents' cousins in real life. Oh my god. Lord. I mean, there you go. That can happen. That can absolutely happen. One day ago, no, again on console. I'm on console and I didn't get an update or new events and I have set it on automatic. So I don't think you console guys have had anything yet. I did the update, but the new stairs doesn't show. Is that only for me or is anyone else having that problem? I think that they were not showing. I had that problem too, but figured out you have to place the railings and the options appear. Okay. So this from what are they doing? I'm sorry, I didn't even notice it. Why are they writing this like this in all the languages? This is not a cool ChatGPT answer. Are you ready to elevate your game experience with a wave of new features and gameplay additions? Okay. So here is about the family tree. The family tree has been updated to expand how you experience and tell Sims family stories. We love the sentences that are a whole bunch of nothing. Your Sims now have relationship labels for in-laws. Guys, how many years did it take us? How many years did it take us to have labels, label tags for in-laws in The Sims 4? Absolutely insane. Have siblings, and be careful with that. Oh my god, great-grandparents and more. Extended family members will also be shown in the family tree. Yeah, it's not like the other games were doing this by default. Players can also choose whether adopted Sims are labeled as such in the family tree. New relationship, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law. I'm sorry, but mother-in-law and father-in-law were not in the game? Because now I think that I'm confusing myself with The Sims 3 that absolutely has them. We've been playing and these labels always show up. But now I'm wondering, excuse me guys, The Sims 4 did not have mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law? What? I'm shook, baby. And then, okay, distant relative-in-law, half-sister, half-brother, stepmother, father, okay. Parents' cousin. Parents' cousin, cousin's child, grandniece, grandnephew, ancestor, descendant, and relative-in-law. Divorce, that has a new name. Woohoo! Yay, give it up for divorce. Ex-spouse and deceased spouse has a new name. Late spouse. Okay. Is this something... Why... I don't know. I'm speechless, baby. Close relatives are prohibited. Prohibited. Did you listen? Did you read this? You know, if it happens, it's against the law. That's what The Sims Steve is saying. Close relatives are prohibited from being romantically involved. This prevents autonomous flirting between in-laws or step-relatives. I am curious to see about that, honey. Flared staircase. Okay, apparently you have to, like, go and steal the heart of a dragon and the locks of a princess so that you can actually find where these fucking stairs are. Get ready to create grand-looking staircase. Now you can widen the top or bottom of a staircase, symmetrically or asymmetrically, to give your build a touch of elegance. Additionally, stair rails can now be applied to only one side of a staircase, and we've added a slider to change the length of the rail. Okay. Here's a YouTube link to more in-depth description of the... When did they do this? 2 days ago. Did you guys see it?
It's time to look at some new and exciting
sorry.
base game updates coming to The Sims 4. Add instant grandness in person.
Oh my god, this shook me. This was posted by the page EA Help. What?
Functionality to any build with a new.
So these are the stairs. Okay, they're showing you how to do it. And these are the new alleged the new family tree. These features are only available in the Royalty and Legacy pack. I know we could listen to this with the audio, honey, but I don't want them to copyright claim me. I did see this, like they added new tags for Create a Sim. Okay, this is the one from January the 3rd. Okay. I'm also curious to see the actual result of these family trees. New jewel-toned nails. Okay, we love to see that. Okay. Lost Legacies event. So I guess these are all the items that you get if you log into the game. New kits for your for your Sims realms. Step into a world of imagination, elegance, and drama. I gotta tell you this, baby. They have been using the word drama lately so much. I'm getting the feeling. Do we have any interns here in the Drama House audience? Email me. Tell me all the tea. I will not reveal your names. Like I said, I'm not gonna break your NDAs. Whether you're dreaming of picture-perfect tea parties or silver screen-inspired styles, these kits are ready to inspire new stories, Sims, and builds. Okay. I was like, what are the names of the kits? Silver Screen Style Kit and The Sims 4 Tea Time Solarium. Not a Tea Time Solarium, baby. What? And what is this? Step into a whimsical playroom with The Sims 4 Wonderland Playroom Kit. Okay, it's another freaking kit. Okay. She said kits. We're giving kits. So they're doing Silver Screen Style, Tea Time Solarium. I don't know what the sentence means. Wait. So, Silver Screen Kit and Tea Time will be available for purchase individually and are included for free. See, it's just that my poor brain couldn't comprehend what they meant with the this bundle deal. Now I understand. Now I get it. Okay. So you can buy them obviously individually, baby, for $4.99. But then if you get the bundle with the royalty and legacy, you get the kits for free. For free, my ass. Obviously, you're paying more for the bundle. Like, why do they even use this language? Baby, subscribe. Subscribe if you think that they should not be able to do this. You're not getting 2 kits for free, baby. You're not getting them for free in a bundle. The bundle is more expensive because it has this extra content. What the fuck? So this instead, The Sims 4 Wonderland Playroom Kit. Build a charming yard with our latest creator kit. Like, these names are killing me. The Sims 4 Yard Charm Kit created by Ravasheen, available February 26th. These are not in the bundle, if you were wondering. Like, we had to sit here together, baby, and reflect on what the heck they're selling. Okay, so those 2 kits, yeah, you can get them in the bundle for free. That is not really for free. And these 2, no bundle. Just pay $4.99. I mean, everybody can afford them. That's why they're making so many of them. Okay, and then you get all the bug fixes. Look at the first one. Look at the first one. Liars. 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 Insane. Resolved an issue that caused photos to turn black, discovered after the January 13th base game update. Yeah, it was definitely the January 13th base game update that did this bug. Like, I had it in 2021, but it's definitely the January 13th update. Resolved an issue where Sims' great-grandparents incorrectly had. I just can't. I was not expecting for us to have to discuss these inappropriate relationships so much during this first live stream. But I hope you're enjoying your time as much as I am, baby. So, resolved an issue where Sims' great-grandparents incorrectly had romantic interactions available to them with extended family members. Somebody stop great-grandpa. He needs to leave his grandchildren alone. Yikes. It was kind of, what's the name of, it was a Mary, oh my God, I'm having such a blank. The name of the housewives from Salt Lake City that married her granddad. Mary Cosby. Yes, it wasn't coming up, now it came up. I guess this was the scenario some players were playing. Resolved an issue where Sims didn't complete the dance with someone goal at prom, preventing the gold event rating. Yeah, because that's also the thing, right? Every time they implement, like they add some gameplay things, they're either a panel or they are goal events or they are a mix of both. And so the fact that they managed to have features that are so, fundamental for you to achieve like gold, which ultimately is probably one of the few things that you might be enjoy doing in the game, like for a sense of gameplay. And they even break that. I can't. Resolved an issue that could prevent room type assignments in build mode. Simple slather and mastercraft staircases no longer have an extra board when placing L-shaped stairs. Okay. Editing merfolks or aliens in Create a Sim should no longer cause a game crash. What the fuck do you mean the game was crashing for this? Oh, cool. I got this alien or whatever in my household. Let me go and edit. Boom. Game crashing. It was just like my computer today and just like my computer yesterday. So remember that video that I was telling you before about that you guys did not watch? you know, I'm petty like that. So my computer was refusing to render it. That's why it also came out at a different schedule than what I usually do for videos. But honey, basically my editing software was when it was always getting stuck on a piece of the project, but usually it just tells me, hey, this is stuck because of this reason. And this time it was just like, boom, completely like shutting down, closing the window, bye bitch. Like that's what it was telling me all the time. And then they have the audacity to show you that little window that says, do you have to report like what happened? Like, I don't know what happened, honey. This shit just like closed on me. So I guess it's the same experience the people who were trying to edit Mere Folks and Aliens in The Sims 4 were having with everything just crashing down. I hope they saved. You know, during our gameplay live stream, I never do. So without the live chat, if this had happened to me, I would have lost everything, basically. Che bello. Resolved an issue causing nail assets to show lines around the upper arm of Sims. Mwah. Beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic bug, I gotta say. And now I want to see, because we talked about the family tree and all of that, and they did barely mentioned in this, no, where is it? Yeah, in this video, they barely mentioned the whole family tree thing. So I just want to show you the revamp situation. I found it in this Reddit post. Let me just center it a little bit. It looks like the land grabs, this is from 2 days ago, looks like the land grabs weren't the only family tree updated in the latest patch. These are the ones I've seen so far, and it includes Sims from across different packs. So this is something that they were showing also in the Sims 4 video that we watched quickly before, that I even had no idea about. I looked at this when I found this article. These are the gods, and I was like, hold on. And then I realized, okay, what they did, because but my question is, isn't it just me, but didn't they say that The Sims 4, no, it's The Sims 2 that doesn't really respect that Mrs. Crumplebottom is Mortimer's aunt? Now I'm a bit lost, sorry. But I think so. Oh my god, Alex, now I'm totally seeing what you're saying. What the fuck? Hold it. I had already seen this screenshot, and I saw that you were mentioning the disappearance of Gunter Goth. What? You know why I didn't notice it right away? Because there's this man, and this man makes you think that they added the ancestors in a correct way. Why not adding Gunther? Why not adding Gunther? So, yeah, basically the whole goth part of the family is deleted. It's not here. No ancestor for Bella. That's right. Wait, that's right. So if I click on Bella, it's not going to give me the whole Bachelor family? Why did they delete the Bachelor family? What did the Bachelor family do to The Sims 4? Was Gunther hashtag cancelled or right, like what's going on, baby? But also, I mean, I gotta say, in my opinion, honestly, Michael Bachelor is a huge, okay. Me and the absolutes. Look, it's been a tough live stream, so sometimes I'm just saying things and I don't know what I'm really saying. What I meant is that Michael Bachelor is not lore category like B league. It's lore main characters, isn't he? Like, I mean, or is this just a niche for people that are into The Sims 2? The fact that Bella had a brother and the brother then got married to Dina, and then like all of that part of the lore. Isn't this important? Also considering that, excuse me, such a missed opportunity, since don't they have the Calientes in The Sims 4? I do know that they follow probably a different storyline because they're there living with Dawn and their mother and like some other shit like that. But I don't know. I am just really shook that they cancel Gunther. And that there's no justice for the Bachelor family. This is terrible. Bella has no parents. That's not fair. We know it about her. We know it about Bella. We know about her family, her parents, fabulous people of freaking freaking Sunset Valley. And I mean, the thing is, Michael is dead by the time The Sims 2 begins. But nonetheless, he remains important. The Caliente family doesn't even deserve the tree. Fake. Absolutely. Guys, I am super disappointed, and thank you so much for pointing out the things that my eyes were refusing to see about this botched new family tree. I mean, why doing this at all? Why doing this at all? Lilith. I don't know what lore are these guys from. Are these guys from vampires or from werewolves? I think they're from vampires. Skip family tree. I'm sorry, I am like really ignorant about The Sims 4 lore because to be fully honest with you, I am a The Sims 4 lore denier. I'm like not in this house. Because, and I have my reasons, and you know, if you've been watching for a while, baby, you know that I've made videos where I tried kind of connecting the lore together, I even made a video where I was like, okay, let's imagine that The Sims 4 is happening after The Sims 2, and let's see how that would work. And I redid the full Willow Creek, try to reinstate like characters from Pleasant View, and so you know that's kind of my take. Looking back at the goth tree, you guys, I just can't help but think that this that we're seeing and we are rightfully criticizing, you know, this tree, it wasn't even like this before. Like, have you know, that feeling of going into The Sims 4 and you see that they had the audacity to get the goth family, revive them from where they were, redo them, They even did makeovers on them, on their home. Like they could not leave these characters alone. And now they're like gloating as per usual about this new update. What did they write again about the freaking family trees? Like, let me read it again, baby, because now I have more context and now I'm bothered. Family tree has been updated to expand how you experience and tell Sims family stories. Basically, how you tell Sims family stories is that we are going to delete part of the lore just to show you this. Justice for Michael Bachelor, justice for Jocasta Bachelor, and justice for what's the name of Bella's dad? Well, justice for him too. See, it's just been a day since they deleted everything from the Sims 4 family tree, and I already cannot remember his name. Simis. Thank you, Alex. And justice for Simis Bachelor. Hell yeah. And all the other weird people in Sunset Valley. We love them, but I mean, one might speculate that this simply means that, you know, Bella in this parallel time frame that is The Sims 4 and The Sims 4 lore. I'm using the term lore loosely. That this Bella is just a clone. Something. Here's the land grabs tree. I want to rant about that. Okay, so in here, it's just, yes, it's beyond. This is supposed to represent the land grabs, like the land grabs presence in The Sims 4. Yes. Where the hell are Chester, Queenie, Kermit, and Kitty? I'm shook. Like, this is their best shot at building up what the land grab legacy is supposed to look like. Where does The Sims 4 place the land grabs? I'm really like a little bit out of my knowledge because I never really cared about anything that was the lore. I hated how they did the characters. And I remember going to these famous characters because that is something that I always liked doing in The Sims games, in The Sims 4, and finding out in The Sims 4 that they were like a completely mute family tree. So is this the best improvement that they can make? That's my question. If you only played The Sims 4, you would never know that Joffrey took the family name. The Sims 4 is like The Sims 3, but Malcolm is a teen and evil. Okay. Okay, I see. They could still have taken the chance to fix that since this update is about that. Yes, I mean, personally in Sunset Valley, I love myself some land grab, but even because in Sunset Valley you have the altos, so they kind of compensate with playing with the land grabs. Like I think that the land grabs get saved in The Sims 3. But I think The Sims 4 places them in Oasis Springs, right? So in the base game like they just threw them out there like that, and I bet that none of the skins of these Sims were ever meant to be like the gods, nor the gods even version 1 nor the land grabs. Like I don't think that in their reconstruction of Project Olympus. So we're talking about The Sims 4 pre-release. I do not think that they were envisioning these Sims to be part of the lore, and if they did, it was not in this way. Oh my god, I didn't even know that the Altos were in The Sims 4. Where are they? I kind of don't like how they show boyfriends and girlfriends on the family tree. Only married. So they only show if they have this symbol, which I assume is the marriage. They're just making up Sims 4 lore as they add packs. Yes. Get Famous. The Altos are in Get Famous. Really? Alto family. Sims 4. Let me see if the Sims wiki. Now I'm curious, I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever seen them in The Sims 4. What is this, honey? What? Oh my god, the pop-ups in this website kill me. Holy Alto, The Sims 4 Get Famous. Is a pre-made townie residing in the Del Sol Valley, the world. Okay, she's a 3-star celebrity with a good reputation. So why is she dressed like this, honey, if she's a 3-point celebrity? Holly is a young adult, 27 days from becoming an adult. Her preset fame quirks are a serious actor and phone fanatic. Based on Holly's skills, career, and fame quirks, one can assume that she became famous by being a painter artist. What do you mean one can assume? She's just famous. Along with Dustin Broke and Dirk Dreamer, who were also shipped with Get Famous. What? In what households are they? Honey, I am completely like... This is Dirk Dreamer? Excuse me. From the Sol Valley. But why is his hair brown? Yeah, parents, Darren and Darlene Dreamer. Okay, I'm shook. Yeah, it's true. City living, there's also the Alto and land grab apartments. That's true. I gotta say, personally, again, having played a lot of The Sims 4, one of my favorite probably gameplay settings, like packs overall, and this is not an invitation to buy, this is not a recommendation to buy. My recommendation is don't buy anything for The Sims 4. But personally, when I was playing, I think City Living was one of the packs that I enjoyed the most. I enjoyed the festivals when they happened. I enjoyed the city, like going around the city was kind of cute. And if you lived like in front of those little squares that they did where they do host the festivals, I think that can really really make the gameplay a little bit better, personally. But trust me, and yeah, but okay, she's from Get Famous. I was about to say, I never saw this woman, but I did play in the Sol Valley quite a lot too, but I never saw her. Anyway, along with Dustin Broke and Dirk Dreamer, who were also shipped with Get Famous, Holly seems to be an alternate universe version of a sim from a previous game. However, she's the only one who appeared originally in Sunset Valley in The Sims 3 rather than The Sims 2. Okay. But does she live with these two? The stream quickly just became me checking for lore in the Sims community. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Thank you so much for being here, baby. Okay. Right, and this is Dustin Broke. Is he also part of this makeover thing? Right. So this is Kip and this is Dustin. Excuse me. Maybe it's just, you know, maybe it's just an inconvenient question at the moment. But is this like an acceptable family tree? What do you mean? These are the broke family. Yeah, parents skip broke. Okay. Dustin seems to be an alternate universe version of a sim from a previous game. Yeah, of course. Just like The Sims 4 is an alternate universe version of the Sims games that happened before it. Dustin has cheese hair. Ooh, trivia. I love when we get a little trivia from the Sims community, baby. Even though Justin might be based on Dustin Broke. Why do I keep calling him Justin? Okay. Even though Dustin might be based on Dustin Broke from Pleasant View, there are a few differences. Dustin from Pleasant View has dark blue eyes, light skin, a fit body type, and is a teen. While Dustin from Del Sol Valley has green eyes, a tan skin. Tan skin? What? I'm sorry, but is the tan skin in the room with us? Okay. However, considering The Sims 4 takes place in an alternate universe compared to The Sims 2, it could be possible that this Dustin might be a completely different version of Dustin Broke from Pleasant View. Like, yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean this is tanned? If this man is a tanned man, then... And by the way, he's more like he's darker than the one in The Sims 2. Girl, bye. Ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous too. Ridiculous. And do her parents show? I wish I could see her family tree now, but I guess not. Who are these guys? And what does their family tree mean? So this man is the father of these two, and she had this lady, and she had these two alone? No. I mean, yes. Holly's tree is updated. So she does, like, there is some existence of her parents. Let me see if doing this will show me Nick Alto from The Sims. The altos are such badass. Okay, so maybe they just added a little thumbnail like they did here for them. By the way, I don't know why, but it's just, it looks so weird. Their portraits. I don't know if it's like these specific Sims or what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. They're one related to... Are these the characters you're talking about? So yeah, I guess they're from Vampires. Like, okay. Let's read some comments, you guys. Looks like they have previous generations that are alive and relatively young looking too. Even though they don't appear in game, I wonder what the lore implications are for them. To be honest, hard to tell without more context, but I guess I'm just here for the comments. Okay. They're finally adding ancestors to the pre-made Sims. Is it going to be some or all of them? Just some, okay. Exactly, you guys. A feature found in the base game in The Sims 2. Girl. Base game. I mean, it's like, come on. And the fun that we had, like, and here's my thing, because maybe people don't think about this perspective, and they just think that people are saying, well, The Sims 2 did this, The Sims 3 did that, and it's so much better because of this and that. And it's just a matter of wanting to talk shit about The Sims 4 and using the other games as a way to do that. But like, I really don't think that it's that way. It's just the feeling so baffled, honey, that, you know, something that was base game in The Sims 2 in 2004 is being like introduced right now to The Sims 4. And let's not forget, baby, that the reason why they're doing all of this, including the expansion pack, and because this is obviously going hand in hand with what's coming with the expansion pack, I do understand that. But there could be the possibility that we are seeing all of this trying to give little like facelifts, little mini Botox injections to the game because of the uncertain situation, the uncertain future actually that we see for the franchise. And so maybe they're just trying to see what would be the best version to wrap up and to call it a day for The Sims 4. And that's why they're doing all of this. It's just insane that something that, again, was not only part, yes, of the base game of The Sims 2. And again, people might think that it's just to bring up The Sims 2 because of reasons, but that's not the point. It's just, it was truly a feature of the game. It was part of the gameplay, and they used the pre-made lore and the family trees in such a cool way. And ultimately, you know what that was? That was just like showcasing what the game was capable of doing, because maybe you as the player didn't really know. And so what you saw in the lore absolutely gave you ideas, and you could make up your own shit, you know? So that's what hurts. It's the fact that it was there a long time ago, it was there, and it represented a game feature and something that makes no sense not having anymore because it was a good game feature. You know, that just pisses me off. They actually made Agnes Crumplebottom Mortimer's aunt. That one caught my attention the most. Dirk Dreamer, Holly Alto, and one of the families from Tartosa got updated too. I mean, got updated too. Isn't one of the family from Tartosa a family where they're all like... No, maybe I'm confusing them. Where they're all like first, second, and third generation. Isn't there a family like that? Like the ones that are supposed to be there to pretend that they are the ones who are in charge of like the wedding business of Tartosa, but you can't really see that happen in any ways. Can you believe that The Sims 4 made a game pack, My Wedding Stories, and not only did they manage to break weddings with that, but they didn't even introduce something as fun as, you know, the wedding planner career. Why not? Like, that is just like a bunch of missed opportunities, but also ultimately, you know, yes, missed opportunities, but imagine if they had done it and then they had broken the game. That would not have been cool either. That would not have been cool either. That's true. I was getting all excited, then I remember all these people have been long dead in my save file. Is the update okay to download now? I want to play so bad, but I'm scared that I will ruin my game. It seems to be I can save just fine. They say to delete your cache to get the new update if it's not showing up. I heard it's making people's photos turn black. Yes, honey, and it's not the only one. It's not the only freaking update. I'm starting to get the feeling that they'll never actually be able to fix that bug. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling too. I actually knew about none of these people being relaxed except for the land being related except for the land grabs. It's about time they showed up though. What? You didn't know the Goths were related? I mean, maybe they're talking about Mrs. Crumplebottom. How is this lady supposed to be my girl Cornelia? And what is Cornelia without Gunther? And what is Gunther? This makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry, I don't know why we're back here. But now that I'm saying, what is Cornelia without Gunther? Why is there no Gunther? Like this, according to this tree, the gods should be named the Crumplebottoms. Right? Because where is the goth coming from? Is it that according to The Sims 4, they're called a goth just as in they're gods? Like, which they're not even in The Sims 4. They are, in The Sims 3, they absolutely are, but not in The Sims 4, honey. Yeah, it's like, it's this mashing up of everything. Like, either leave this broken or just whatever, but do it like as usual, half-assed this way. It's just, on one side, it is so in brand, and on the other side, it's like, seriously. I am shook. And I also found out that Holly Alto exists in The Sims 4. I had no idea. Nice, although I always found it hilarious that Johnny could romance Nancy, so I kind of wish that stayed. Okay, but I am glad to see everyone got updated because Skip and Dustin made no sense for me being unrelated. They really should have added Brandy and the other kids in this update. Why would you wish that stayed? What the hell? I mean, fair question. If that wasn't a fair question. What the fuck? Bingo players, you can mark what the fuck moment. They have the Sims 2 versions of Brandy in the gallery, so you can plop her and Bo into the game and edit their relationships back in. Yeah, okay, and for sure, you know, I can edit the relationships back in. I can just like use MC Commander and edit everybody's relationships. I did that again. And I have videos proving it on the channel, baby. So, like, you know, I'm speaking the truth. I did that. I took, like, everybody away from the from the world. But let's fucking call it neighborhood. I removed everybody and then I redid everything. I also redid the characters. I also edited out of their fucking relationships with MC Commander. Yes, it's like, by the end of it, you do feel very accomplished because you managed to do that. But also, you wonder, why did I have to do all of this with something that, by the way, it's not even an official like tool that is inside of the game? Why not putting Brandy in the freaking tree? Like, come on, it makes no sense. Also, to everybody, I mean, I don't know about people that just know The Sims 4 or The Sims because of The Sims 4. I don't know about that, but like, maybe it's just me, honey, but look, to me, Brandy has always been way more known than Skip. No? Is it just me? I mean, babe, Skip was the dad. You know what I mean? We don't know him. We didn't even see him in The Sims 2 ever. We saw him in the family photo album, and that was fucking fierce. That was absolutely fierce. But you know, we just he was not it when you were started to play, because you had to manage, you know, Brandy and the kids. The kids who were there and the kid on the way. So that was kind of the challenge. Who cares about Skip? Like, sure, he got to be, you know, oh, the poor guy that died and he loved Brandy very much. I mean, she's pregnant and he's dead. I just love that's the tragedy of The Sims 2. But like, who cares about him? Now, I don't know if he's like super important in The Sims 4. To be honest, let me see. Let me see Skip. Not to be confused with Skip Broke Hidden. That I guess is the deceased one in The Sims 2. He was reintroduced as a playable sim in The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. Oh, girl, I did not even know about this. I'm sorry, I've been ranting this entire time saying that Skip don't matter. And now I'm reading that he was reintroduced in a pack that I don't have in The Sims 4. I humbly apologize. So he was introduced as a playable sim in The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits, where he resides in the world of Gibby Point with his roommate Agora Chachki, Jane Adams, and Star Adam. Okay. If The Sims 4 Get Famous is also installed, Dustin Broke will appear in Skip's family tree as his son. Okay. Right, because he comes in Get Famous. So if you just have Adventure Awaits and you don't have Get Famous, in that case, Skip, he's just a man and he has never had any kids. But also, wait, if I only have Get Famous and I don't have Adventure Awaits, do I get him in the family tree? I guess not. In that case, I just get Dustin as a lonely soul with no father. I'm guessing. I hope I'm right. And I hope you're still with me, guys. And if you are, thank you. So Skip Broke, he is a freelancer programmer. Household. Adam Commune household. Who is this Agora? Okay, she's single. Her aspiration is to become chief of mischief. Okay. And Skip is active, a slob, snob, business savvy, seasoned fitness retreat guest. Okay, so that's kind of his thing, I guess. Skip's milk carton from the Blast from the Past event. What? Okay, so I guess this is the household where he's at. And if you have both the expansion packs, randomly, Skip and Dustin will be related, although they live in two different places. For some reason, Skip lives with these guys, and Dustin, he's just a townie. and Dustin was, in fact, just a townie, honey. What's the name of Skip in Italian? What? Calogero Sventura? Okay, sorry. In The Sims 2 and 3, his name is Calogero Sventura. Sventura means bad luck. Calogero is just a funny name to me. It's kind of old school. But in The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits, his name simply Skip Broke. Now, why didn't we keep Calogero Sventura? I guess the Sims 4 players don't mind not having the translations. Which, by the way, translations of names in Sims games like The Sims 2, The Sims 3. I've read from a lot of comments from you guys that you've been leaving on videos on the channel. I've read that that is something for like people that are not English native speakers like me. For us, it's really something that it's funny because you can see how the translation of names was really creative and how they tried keeping somehow the same humor that was translating in the English version, and I really love that. In Spanish is Berto sin Blanca. I love it. What's the name in Portuguese? Durango Malpaga. You see, you gotta love it. And then they did the same for Adventure Awaits. I guess they didn't translate it. Jaime Falido. I don't know, yeah. I didn't even remember, to be honest with you, him being called Calogero Sventura in the Italian version, but did it kind of make my day? Yes, it did. It absolutely did. Okay, well, so this is the disappointment that we are having with this latest update, you guys. OMG. I was not expecting it. I mean, I was hearing that it was gathering some bad feedback from the community, as we also saw here from the post. But oh my, I am absolutely shook by the family tree. I'm so happy that we've been talking about this here on the live stream, you guys, because like this, I am also informed about these crazy things. I probably would not have looked into it hadn't we explored it during our Let's Dish time. But before I leave you, I absolutely gotta tell you, my friends, about the tea that I promised you 30,000 minutes ago. So I'm absolutely gonna serve it. Hope you're ready. Okay, so this is what happened. I was reading this article where this journalist was allowed to follow Will Wright, and I think that this was by the time he had just done The Sims 2, or The Sims 2 was in the making, but early 2000s. And I'll see for next Thursday, you guys, if I see the article. If you're up for it, we can read these parts. And also see if my recollection of it is actually correct, because I don't know. But basically, the journalist was saying that at the time, he went to Will Wright's house, and he saw all of his trinkets and his stuff that we also saw in that video we watched together at the beginning. And he spoke to Will's wife at the time. And I mean, I just loved the idea of somebody like Will Wright being married to a woman who is an artist, because that's what the article was saying about her. She's an artist, she paints, she crafts. It's like, oh my god, it's just like when you have that knowledge sim and that art, like creative sim. Beautiful. So the journalist asked his wife at the time, who was at the house and he met briefly, he asked her if she was proud of the work of The Sims and how The Sims was like groundbreaking and how it had changed the game. And his wife, and I kind of have this idea that his wife is a Brazilian artist, but we gotta check back on Thursday. So I really hope that you guys will tell me that you want to read this article. If not, I'll just check it by myself, or I'll tell you guys on Discord, okay? But so the journalist talked to his wife and asked her if she was proud and if she enjoyed the games too, and what she thought about her husband having been such an innovator in the space and having come up with such a groundbreaking game like The Sims. And his wife replied something like, I really don't see the point of simulating life in a game when you can just go out and leave it. Which is like, oop. And then messy journalist, I think this was from like either the New York Times or a publication like this, like a big publication. And the journalist then like moved on from this encounter and this remark, or maybe he added it like right there. Now I don't really remember, but he said something like, I wasn't surprised to find out later, like months later, after I did this, after I actually went to his house, and another time that I was with him, but at the office, for example, I was not surprised to find out that the two had separated in the meantime. And I was like, I mean, look, I'm always interested in anybody's divorce. I'm that kind of girl. You need to tell me all the tea. But like, I found it really, really telling that the journalist added this information. And also, it's kind of a reflection on, I mean, obviously, it's not that you get divorced because you don't share the same, like, you know, psychotic interest in a subject matter. Also, I think that probably if you're an artist, you can understand the like the manic state that people get in when they need to produce and create something. So obviously, I highly doubt that that was their issue in their marriage. Girl, if you want to pop an email, I want to know. But apart from that, I found it very interesting. Like, it gave this like very real peek into the human version of this person that we have always heard about in the context of creating The Sims, and always heard about talking as this like big creative, and again, always in the context of making The Sims. So in that article that was basically all about that, hearing that his wife was like, yeah, well, you know, I think that the point is to go out and live your life rather than watch some like dolls on the computer doing it. I don't know. I thought it was very telling. Exactly. She just had to say it to the journalist. She was probably having like one of those days that she was like, look, I fucking hate these games. Oh my God. I mean, you know, most of the times people get divorced and then they say that it's for the better, for the best. So we can spill this little tea. And really, let me know. I can bring the receipts next time. And this would be the plan, you guys. You gotta tell me if you enjoyed today's episode. You need to let me know. But before you do that, I gotta tell you the results of our poll. Should we play that poll title again? I mean, why not? Yes, babe. Okay, so I hope you voted because I'm gonna end it right now. So if you haven't voted, sorry, the poll is ending. The question was, which game you think it's the best one from The Sims 1 until The Sims 4? We're ending the poll right now. And The Sims 3, she's the winner according to our live audience today with 58% of the votes. They have declared The Sims 3 is that girl. She's that bitch. You guys voted. That's her. And actually, don't make me forget that not only she's that girl, but also
she's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Come on now, The Sims 3. She is the absolute legend. And I mean, absolutely deserved. Yes, we had The Sims 2 on a 38%, so also got its votes. But The Sims 3 brought it home. Thank you so much, you guys, for voting. If you have voted. And I mean, what a better date to declare The Sims 3 from this poll, if not so close to the 26th anniversary of The Sims. I really hope that we have given it justice, that we have celebrated a little more, and that we leave this live stream today reminded not only of all these 26 years and everything that has happened and where it all started. That's why I really wanted for us to watch that Will Wright video together. But also, you know, to be reminded that EA has been terrible from day one. That is the message that I hope we will never forget. Yes, that's it. That's the truth, baby. So you guys, it started in a chaotic way, but personally, I feel like we're ending this live stream on an absolute good vibe and a good note. And I want to tell you guys, if you are on Discord, please let me know in our channel if you have some ideas for next Thursday, because next Thursday we'll come back with our Drama House talks. Don't you love it? Well, let me know. And we will have more talks. We will have a whole new docket that we'll go through. So if there's anything, let me know, and I will see what we can do. And if you've been missing the gameplay sesh, don't worry, baby, because on Monday we are back. On Monday we are playing The Sims 3 in Mesa Grande. If you want, baby, you can use this weekend to check out our full gameplay session in Mesa Grande. It's like fabulous. If you have stuff to do and you need somebody that is there like blabbing for 3 hours, I got you, baby. Just pick me. So we'll be back with that on Monday. I hope you will join. I hope you'll be playing bingo with us because it's the best thing ever and I cannot wait. And then on Thursday, just like we will do for every Thursday of the month of February, we'll be here covering some more news, some stories, some tea. We're gonna have our dishing moment. And you know that I am always gonna bring you the tea, baby. That is my promise from me to you guys. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I so appreciate you, especially because of all the chaos. And yes, you're special, honey. Let me know if you have thoughts for our next episode. And I will see you on the channel. We're going to have new videos coming up soon. So don't miss them. I'm counting on you. I know what you're going to be doing right now, guys. I know you're going to go and watch that video about Hytale, right? Thank you, my darlings. This was the Drama House Live. Drama House Talks. I've been loving it. My name is Lady Drama. I hope I'll see you guys so soon. Mwah. Thank you. Peace.